Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, or Aussie Comic Book Collector. What I usually do on this channel is I usually show off 4 books that I've selected from random and I end on a key issue. However, I went to my comic book shop today. I have not been to my local comic book shop in 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I've lost count. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I've been going on about I had some wisdom teeth taken out, and I had to go on sick leave for a little while, a fair little while, because it really knocked me out. And as such, I couldn't get to my local comic book shop, which is All Star Comics in Melbourne, 53 Queen Street, or just go on All Star Comics, allstarcomics.com.au. I went in today and yeah, there was 35 comic books. I've put a key issue at the end, but they're all in alphabetical order. So I'm just going to crack on because there are a lot to get through. This is issue 2 of Absolute Flash. Now, I was very impressed with the first issue, even the twist at the end. Nate from Hoyer Comics, he had read it before I did, and he said, Martin, wait till you get to the twist and then tell me what you think. I still liked it. I still think it's a good premise, and I'm eager to read this. But what I was really keen on was this. This is issue 2 of Absolute Martian Manhunter, and I'm not a fan of Dennis Camp's other books, but this was a pure love letter to the comic book genre. The last page was insane, and what made it so much more enjoyable was that you can't do what he did on a tablet. It has to be read in comic book form. I've heard a rumor that this is going to go to an ongoing series if the numbers remain strong, and I hope they do. But this, okay, it's only only the second issue. Don't get too excited. But I live in hope. With everything, I live in hope. The next one is Absolute Wonder Woman issue 2, and it's drawn by Matea de Ulias, and wow, Matea de Ulias, mate, you are perfect for this book. He did the previous issue, and then I flicked through this issue, and it's just as good. It's mind-blowing artwork. If you can find this, pick it up. Just absolutely insane. Oh, sorry, that was issue 7. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 1, or 965 in the legacy numbering. Joe Kelly on writing duty, Pepe Larraz on art. Wow. Okay, that is the gatefold cover. I'm not going to show you the middle of the book, but that is insane. Oh, I think this is going to go right to the top of my reading pile, which is difficult because we have issue 4 of Aquaman. Now, fans of the channel know that I'm a huge Aquaman fan. I should do a video about my Aquaman action figure collection because it just keeps growing and growing. It's back at home. I need to bring them all down, dust them, clean them up. But yeah, I'm a huge Aquaman fan. I've got nearly every single book that he's appeared in. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I don't have the more fun comics, but I do have every single Aquaman title, barring maybe 5. I'm a big Aquaman fan, so I'm keen to read that one. Next up is issue 25 of The Avengers by Jed MacKay, and I don't know what's his first name. Let's have a look. Valerio Shitty artwork, and Valerio's artwork is great, fun, action-packed, perfect for this book because that's all that this has been for 25 issues. This has just been a fun book. Don't take things too seriously. Just have fun with it. That's the premise for this Avengers, and I'm all for it. Next up, we have Batman issue 159, part of the Hush sequel. This is the second issue for Hush. as you can see, I read a lot of books. So I read the first issue and it kind of went in here and then whoop. Uh, so I might need to do a bit of backlog to catch up, even though it's only the second issue of the sequel. But as you can see, we have the Red Hood there, Jason Todd. Now, I'm very keen for this. It's Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 38, part of the We Are Yesterday story. I've gone through, I've looked at the interiors, and it looks like a lot of fun. And just like the Avengers, that's all I really want at the moment. I just want my comic books to be fun, and I am really enjoying this series. Written by Mark Waid. And is it Clayton Henry on art duties? It is Clayton Henry on art duties. All right. Okay, yeah, I can show that. Clayton Henry on art duties. Yes. All right. The next one is a facsimile of Brave and the Bold, issue 60, the first appearance of Wonder Girl. I have the original, but not in this good condition. I have not read it yet. It's back at home. It's to be read. But I do have the facsimile, so I'm more keen to read this than to read the original and then maybe possibly damaging it. Yeah, I'm happy to have this in my collection, and I will read it one day with all the other facsimiles. Next up, we have Cable Love and Chrome issue 4 by Gary Papos and Henderson on RGs. I forget Henderson's first name. Harry Henderson. I don't know, but look, it's really nice. The artwork is really nice. It's a fun story. It's all about time travel. It's about love as well. The chrome. They've got chrome on their arms. They're not sitting on the train, huffing gas. It's a fun read. I'm glad I've gotten it. But issue 5, I think, is the last issue. Now, I'm very happy that this is the last issue. Challenges of the Unknown, issue 5. Now, the real challenge is making these guys interesting. It does not work. It frustrates the heck out of me. I get keen on this concept, but every time it's just nothing. These guys are just dull. They're just forgettable, and it's really frustrating because it's like DC are trying to make them out to be superheroes. They are not superheroes. They're not like the Fantastic Four. They are adventurers. It should be written in a different format. It should be written in a pulp, boys action kind of style. They are not superheroes. Find a way to make them interesting because this was a dud series and it's the final issue. So I'm glad it's gone. DC Horror presents Creature Commandos, issue 6 of 6. I wanted to like this. The scheduling was a little bit haphazard. It was a little bit forgettable, but there were some fun elements in this. And at least, unlike the Challenge of the Unknown, the Creature Commandos, at least they had some interesting visuals. You had the werewolf, you had Frankenstein, you had the Bride of Frankenstein. There was a lot going on here for horror fans, so it was fun. But I'm glad it's over. Next up, issue 9 of Dick Tracy. I bought this thinking it was a 5-issue miniseries, but it's gone on and on and on, and every issue is great. A lot of fun. Segara really knows how to write pulp crime stories and have engaging characters, engaging situations, and the crimes, the violent, brutal crimes are just that. There's no holding back with the violence in this series, and it's a really nice surprise. So I will continue to get Dick Tracy. Next up, we have issue 20 or issue 682 of Daredevil by Salamin Ahmad and Soraz. If I sit down too long, I have a Soraz. Dad jokes. And now Aaron Kruger's now left the series, but Soraz's artwork is great. I've flicked through it. I'm going to flick through it again. Yeah, really good. Really nice. I'm looking forward to reading that. Now, Epitaphs from the Abyss, issue 10. Check out that cover with this dog. Just crazy horror action. Well, not action, but crazy horror. I am a fan of horror anthologies. I will continue to get this because every time I read it, it's just great. And it's got Sammy Cavella. Ooh, Sammy Cavella. Okay, wow. Now, if you're not familiar with Sammy, Sammy did Dear Editor. Google that. Google that book, Dear Editor. I've spoken about it on the channel before. It's an interesting concept. Next up, we have I Lie Popeye issue 4 by Massive. Now, this is a concept that if the scheduling was better and it was more, more quicker, I think it would have maintained the enthusiasm, maintained the interest. But I think this is only a 5-part series. I'm going to have to do a little bit of Googling to see because they did say it was ongoing, but last time I checked, they'd only solicited 5 issues. Yeah, and it's been a fair while since issue 3, so I might have to do a little bit of catch up before I read it. Next up, we have this facsimile of issue 4 of the Fantastic Four with Namor. There it is. Now, I have the original of this back at home. There's a local seller who was selling all his stuff, and I got some big keys last year, and this was one of the first big keys I got. So it's the reintroduction of Namor by Marvel, and yeah, really nice stuff. I have not read the original because, yeah, it's the original. I don't want to wreck it, but I will read the facsimile. Next up, we have Flash issue 20 or issue 820. Part 1 of the Bad Moon Rising, written by Cy Spurrier. I don't want to keep saying that this is trash, but it could be so much better. DC, please find someone who will write this series with enthusiasm, with fun. Every issue is just bogged down with exposition and dialogue that has no meaning. That being said, though, this is a nice cover. It's a really nice cover. See, I try to go optimistic. It's not all trash with me. Next up is issue 22 of Green Lantern by Jeremy Adams, issue 589 in the legacy numbering. This continues to be fun, and it's purely from Jeremy Adams. He's doing Aquaman, he's doing this. I recently got rid of Green Lantern Corps purely because comics are expensive, and I need to cull some of the things that I'm reading. Because as you can see, I've got a lot to get through. But yeah, I will continue to get Green Lantern. This I got for fun. This is Godzilla vs. the Hulk, issue 1 by Jerry Duggan. I've gone through it. It looks really nice. And it's just a lot of fun. I saw this listed and I saw the Hulk, on the cover, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to have some fun, and this looks like my cup of tea. My cup of tea is waiting at home, by the way. But yeah, there we go. Godzilla versus Hulk. I don't think I'm going to get the other stories like I think there's Spider-Man versus Godzilla. I think there's X-Men or the Avengers all versus Godzilla. I'm just going to get that one. Next up is Justice League Unlimited issue 6 by Mark Waid and Cantwell. Christopher Cantwell? Yep, I think it is. It is Christopher Cantwell. And Moore and Bonvillain. I don't know who they are, but it's the Justice League. Mark Waid has set a precedent for this series where everyone is involved, and it's just go, 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 go. And again, part of the We Are Yesterday storyline, so I'm keen to read that. Issue 2 of The Last Boy. I was going to say The Lost Boy. The Last Boy by Dan Pesonian. And I was very impressed with the first issue. I let Dan know online that I really enjoyed it. It's if you can tell, it's all about Peter Pan. But it's all about Captain Hook. And there's a lot going on. You know what? just bear with me. I'm going to sit here and read it. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to read it. I'll read it later. Now, I don't remember ordering this, but I'll happily take it. It's Medieval Spawn. You know what? I think I do remember ordering it. I'm not a huge Spawn fan. I do have the issues that you expect a comic book reader to have. I got the first issue. It might be the Australian variant. Whoop-de-doo. I get the landmark issues when they come out, but yeah, I think I saw this and I was like, yeah, let's check it out. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. Medieval Spawn issue 1. Now, next up is New Champions issue 4. I'm not a fan of Steve Fox as a writer. I don't know him personally either, so I can't attest to anything about him. But his stories aren't really my cup of tea. However, this series has been very well done. It's fun. It's it's thrown out there. These are the concepts. We're throwing it out there. Just, read it and hopefully you enjoy it. I enjoyed the first issue and the second issue. The third issue maybe got a little bit, long in the tooth, but yeah, I'm sticking with it. And also this ad for Death of the Silver Surfer, I'm getting that. That looks great. Oh, that looks great. Okay, thank you for sticking with me. I've got a fair bit to go. Next up is Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk, issue 5 by Frank Thierry. I bought this purely because Frank said on his Facebook page, you need to read this series. The first 2 issues had come out, so I picked them up and I got the rest on my standard order. This is the last issue. Frank, you are right. This was a ton of fun. Hardcore action, historical intrigue. I'll just say that. And Frank has put something else up on Facebook. Doomed 2099. Doom 2099 goes to the present to take on Doctor Doom. Perfect. I'm ordering that sucker right now. It looks great. Yeah, this is going to be on the top of my pile because it was a great read. Star Wars issue 1, the Facsimile edition. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but you offer things like this, I will pick it up. There's not much else to say. You know what this is. There we go. Superior Avengers issue 1, again by Steve Fox. I'm taking a chance with this. I'm just intrigued by the lineup, and especially, I think this is Doctor Doom here. What's going on? Let's find out. Superman issue 25, or, if my eyes will work, 868. Joshua Williamson on writing duties. I took a chance with this and it was just, let's go. This is great. I've been reading this since issue 19 and every issue has just been great. In Joshua, I trust, and he hasn't steered me wrong. Every issue has been great. So I'm keen to read that. Next up is issue 8 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Jason Aaron. Issue 5 was a dump. The previous issues were good, but this new storyline started with, I think, issue 6. Just really, really fun stuff. And it's evident to me that Jason knows the Turtles. He knows how to write them. He knows how to bring that style that people love. So if you're not reading this now, take a chance on it, please, because I don't think you'll be disappointed. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Night Watcher issue 7. I've gone to the last page and it says the end. I think this is the last issue, and I hope it is because it was a lot of nothing. This could have been a 3-part miniseries. It was nice. It looked nice, but it was just a bit too drawn out for my tastes. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue 24. I say it every time this issue comes out, every time a new issue comes out. If you're a fan of the cartoon from the 90s, you will like this. Just check it out. Okay, so I've got 5 more to go. So really, thank you for sticking with me. And the last Turtles book I have is Turtles of Grayskull issue 4. Next issue is the last issue, and this is purely Freddie Williams the second. I was going to say the third. Freddie Williams the second. It's him. It's all about him. It's the concept. It's the artwork. He has a clear love of the Turtles and He-Man, and it's the perfect mashup. Tim Seeley, I could take him or leave him. I'm just here for the Freddie Williams II artwork. Next up, we have Usagi Yojimbo issue 2. It's the 10,000 Plums storyline, and the legacy is 281. It's always good. You can pick up any Usagi Yojimbo issue, and you know you're going to be entertained. I just wish I had all the previous issues. I got the first issue, but yeah, there's a big gap. Next up, issue 9 of Werewolf by Night Red Band, the only Red Band series that's continuing, and rightly so because it's a lot of fun. I took it out of the polybag because we don't need that. We don't need polybags here, and I just wanted to show off this really cool cover. I also wanted to see the letter pages to see if my letter had been published. There's no letter page. I recently did a whole lot of letter writing, and nothing has been shown. Next up is issue 9 of X Factor. It's the penultimate issue. A lot of these X titles are finishing with issue 10. We have Archangel or Angel or Archangel on the cover. What I like about this series is that it's all made up and nothing matters. The characters, they're disposable. The pop culture is disposable. It's just an allegory for pop culture, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's just meant to be fun. Don't take things too seriously, guys. It's comic books. Just have fun. Okay, 2 more to go. Here we go. Issue 300 of X-Force. Issue 10 in the series numbering. But yeah, the big 300, the final issue. Yeah, I just picked this up. I picked up this series because I knew that this series was ending, and I thought, let's see how it ends. Is there going to be a continuation of X-Force? I don't imagine so anytime soon. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's nice and big and thick, and it has all the covers on the back as these legacies. As these landmark issues usually do. But there we go. That's X-Force issue 300. And the last issue, the key issue I'm going to show off, is Action Comics number 1. And as you can see, it is bigger than usual. I actually got 2 copies of this. My twin brother wanted a copy, and when I realized, yeah, this is coming out, I said, yeah, put down 2. Get one for him and get one for me. So I'm happy to get this. I do have other facsimile editions of Action Comics number 1, but not in this format, not in this large scale format. It's big, it's thick, but it's very lightweight. So that's the end of the video. That's the last issue I was going to show. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. Tell me what you think of these books. Did I buy too much? Probably. But yeah, did you buy any of these? Have you already read them? Spoil them before I get the chance to read them. Go on. Thanks for sticking with me as always, guys. I'll catch you at the next one.